Musliba Baksh Malik from Planet FM 87.6, and today we are celebrating International Women's Day 2023, and we are having a very young, a very decent lady, I must say a girl, a very talented girl with us, and she is Laraib Fatima Hassan. She is member board of experts Pakistan Research Center for a community with shared future, and she is a researcher of criminology. I welcome you, Laraib.
Thank you so much, Miss Maniba, for having me here, and a very happy Women's Day to you and your entire team.
Oh, thank you so much, and yes, to you too as well.
Thank you.
So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Alhamdulillah. I'm feeling very empowered
Okay,
because I think this is one day which I think women should feel really good about themselves.
No
they
doubt.
should prioritize themselves.
yes,
So I think today is the day where I feel extra happy and extra empowered to be a woman.
extra motivated.
Extra motivated.
Oh,
yeah.
that's great. That's great to have you here. So, what do you think? What, in your opinion, what do you think that what is the aim of observing today's International Women's Day?
I think, Ms. Maniba, if I speak on a personal level, 365 days of the year, women are so busy in their lives. They are
Yes.
so busy making everyone else feel comfortable.
Yes.
They are working around their houses, they are doing jobs, they're taking care of their children, they are taking care of the country, they are taking care of patients.
Everything.
They're taking care of almost everything in
Yes.
almost every field.
Yes.
So I think having one day dedicated to celebrate all these women, to honor these women, and just to tell them that we are so proud of you. That whatever you are doing throughout the year since you were little, because in our culture we see that girls from a very little age, they start taking responsibilities on themselves. I
Very
think
right.
it's the nature of South Asian girls or Pakistani girls to be specific. We start taking responsibilities since the age of 5 or 6.
Exactly.
So I think celebrating Women's Day is an excellent opportunity to just tell every woman in your life, in your office, in your school, in your university, women around you, that we are proud of you
Very right.
and we are so thankful for every little thing that you do for us.
Very right, Larry. What I think is that this day is not that much sufficient for us.
Exactly.
I mean, we are having 365 days, and they all are for us.
Absolutely.
So, okay, you are so talented. I have gone through your huge profile. So, what are you doing these days?
Ms. Maniva, actually, I am a criminology student, and it's related to Women's Day actually, because my entire research was around women.
Okay.
And women who are part of the law enforcement agencies in
Okay,
Pakistan,
okay.
and women who are involved in solving crimes in Pakistan, and also women who are unfortunately victims of crime.
Okay.
So these days I am working on PhD proposals,
Right.
because I will be doing my PhD this year, inshallah. And my PhD is also about women of Pakistan, of how they come out even more empowered and more strong
Okay.
after they unfortunately suffer from any tragedy or any crime. So
Right.
this is what I'm doing.
Right, right. I hope that you must know about today's, this year's theme as well.
Yes,
That is digital innovation and technology for gender equality.
Yes.
So, what do you think of it?
I think it's a very important theme, and especially since COVID-19,
Yes.
we saw that technology and women in tech, we saw a great surge in it. And previously,
Exactly.
if I talk even about my own mother, she was not very familiar with computers or using Zoom
Exactly.
for teaching. But
Of
when
course.
COVID-19 came, we saw that everyone had to adjust to the changing arena of the world.
Yes.
And we saw how technology completely took over our lives. We weren't allowed to leave our houses, we weren't allowed to go to work, but what we had was technology.
Exactly.
So I think this theme is really relevant, because I think that right now, if you want to make your girls and your women empowered, you have to teach them the right skill set.
Yes.
You have to teach them how to tackle this, grand technological wave that
Yes.
all of us are stuck in.
Very right, Larib. And what I believe is that girls should know about the upgradation of technology,
Absolutely.
and they must know about how to use the updated gadgets.
Exactly.
So it's very important to make them aware of that, and there must be some campaigns and workshops and seminars conducted by different organizations, so that nobody should feel deprived of it.
Exactly.
So, what do you think? How girls can motivate themselves to get into this field, field of technology and innovation?
I think first of all, before coming to the girls, I think our education institutions, especially the syllabus that we are following in government and private both, I think computer sciences should be a compulsory subject.
Exactly.
Till university level.
Very
because
right.
after 8th class, what we see is that some kids go for sciences, some
Yes.
go for computers. But
Yes.
what I think is that the subject of law and the subject of computer science, it should be one of the compulsory subjects that especially girls and women have to study.
Yes.
Because at this point where we are living, a girl has a lot of responsibilities on
Very
her
right.
shoulders.
Yes.
And if I talk about married women or mothers, they have to tackle their homes. And what if they want to start their own business? What if they want to do something else?
I mean, working mothers, even for them, it's very
Exactly.
important.
It's very important. And just yesterday I was attending a seminar on women in tech, and what I saw was that there are so many
So many.
opportunities. You just need to have a gadget.
Yes.
You just need to have internet connection.
Okay.
And you should just know how to use that gadget.
Okay.
And there are a million opportunities open for you. You can do free courses and you can establish and start your own business. So I think starting from the very basic level of education,
Exactly.
start educating the girls, start
Okay.
training them from very primary classes, because unfortunately we see that a lot of girls drop out of their school after 6th or 7th grade.
Yes.
So start this education from a very basic level. So by the time girls reach to that age, they have a means of employment.
Very right.
They can start their own businesses, and if not even a bit, at least they have something to to pass their time, for
True.
leisure activities, for relaxing their mind at least.
Just to make them used to of that gadget and getting hold of it and get full opportunities. I mean, they have to get into this field so that they get to know so many things, that what is going on in this world,
Yes.
not only in this country but throughout the world.
Exactly.
So it's very important for today and for our future as well. So okay, coming towards your subject, it's criminology,
Yes.
and you are a researcher. So how do you find, how is the ratio towards that field of girls and women? I mean, how are they participating in?
Criminology is a very new field in Pakistan. It recently emerged when it was added to the CSS optional subjects. That is
Okay.
when people got to know about this subject. And unfortunately, not a lot of girls are in this field because there is still a certain taboo around it that women are not supposed to study this subject.
Yes, yes.
But on the brighter side of the picture, when I was conducting my research, I was a very constant visitor of the Islamabad, the police station.
Okay.
The gender protection unit that they
Okay.
have established.
Just
And
because of your subject?
because of my
Okay.
research.
Okay.
So I visited their unit, and I was very pleasantly surprised because the entire staff of that unit is female.
Oh, amazing.
So as soon as you enter that protection unit, all you see is female officers.
Good to hear this.
They have they have uniformed officers. They
Okay.
have like every single person in that office
Okay.
is a female. So that was a
That's
really
very
pleasant surprise for me, and I
Exactly.
was so like happy.
Amazed?
I was very amazed, and
Okay.
I asked the head of that unit was Miss Amna Beg at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to her and I asked her that I was not expecting to see so many women because when we go outside on the road, we see males in
Males.
police uniforms.
Always,
when
all the
we
time.
open the TV,
Yes.
we see males in every other field.
Yes.
So I was not expecting it, and she told me that since they have established this gender protection unit, more and more females have started coming to the field.
Okay.
So I think that is the very bright side of the picture, if I can say that. As of today, there are a lot of women
Yes.
through CSS, through other opportunities, they are joining the force. And one more very exciting thing I heard about yesterday, that the cybercrime wing of FIA.
Yes,
their
I've seen many
deputy-
women there as well.
Exactly, and their deputy director is also a woman.
Yes, yes, very true. And I feel very motivated by seeing women all around us.
Yes.
And in specifically for like in those units which are stereotyped that they are only for males.
Exactly, yes.
So good to see girls and women around us, and I hope that we can facilitate all girls around us as well, that they are going to get awareness about their rights as well.
Yes.
So, what do you think that how our society can change its mind mindset, like a stereotype for women who cannot participate, who cannot get awareness, who cannot be I mean, they are deprived of having those updated technologies and innovations. What do you think of?
I think, Ms. Maniba, it's a very cliche thing to say, but change starts from your home.
Yes.
So I'm sure a lot of women are listening to your program. We both are also women, and I will always believe that first you have to inculcate these values into your younger siblings, into your children. I grew up watching my mother taking care of the house, doing a job, also handling gadgets, also using Facebook, also using Snapchat.
This is so empowering, you know?
Yes. So when I saw her doing all of this, obviously I took that inspiration.
Of course.
And when I wanted to study a subject like criminology, she was there to support me.
Exactly.
And then I am passing the same teachings to my younger sister.
Okay.
So when I tell her that there are women police officers, there are women cricketers playing in the field, we have football players who are women,
hockey players, squash players, tennis players. Yes, I mean, women are everywhere. Everywhere.
Fortunately, at this point, we can proudly say that we are everywhere.
Yes.
So I think starting the change from your home, and then another very important part is our media. Because even if someone is not leaving their houses, everyone is watching television.
Yes.
Everyone is using their cell phones.
Exactly.
So I think our media has a very important role to play in this regard. You have to show people that it is very normal for women to participate in these fields. That it is very normal if a woman is managing her own business from her computer.
Very right.
When you normalize these things, the society will internalize it. And when society will see it happening around them, eventually they will be accepting it.
This is very right. And Laraib, you are very young for me and for our listeners as well. I hope our listeners are enjoying this discussion. So Laraib, coming back to the topic, what do you think, how can we empower women?
That is a very important question to be asked today, because I think it is very important to empower our girls and our women from a very young age. Or this training again starts from home. But if we talk about the bigger picture, number one, I think, is to include women in policy making.
Yes.
Because we see at this point our country is a very good place for women, no doubt, but there are a lot of problems that are existing.
Exactly.
For working women, for students who are women, for women who just want to work as drivers or different fields,
and who are even thinking about doing something.
Exactly. So just to reduce those barriers a little, I think parents would also feel comfortable in sending their girls outside if they know that there are certain policies or certain laws that are protecting their girls or their women.
Exactly.
And for this, I think it is very important, Ms. Maniba, that we include women in policy making.
Yes.
Because what I believe is that until and unless women are not sitting at a powerful seat, until and unless they don't have the decision-making power, things are not going to be 100% right.
Exactly.
Because as a woman, I think we can understand our problems much better than anyone else.
Of course.
We know what we go through every day. We know that what we want to get done. We know that what are the solutions of our problems.
Yes.
So number one, we have to have women in leadership positions, in policy making positions.
Yes.
Number two, again, empowering women since a very young age.
Okay.
Usually what we hear is that, and what we see on the media as well is very important. 2 days back I was watching this drama serial, and the girl was hardly 18 years old.
Okay.
And the parents were, talking to her about her marriage and what is she going to do. She said, I want to study. But again, the whole rhetoric changed because she got married and everything. And when I thought that a million of girls are watching that drama series.
Exactly.
And they are listening to what is happening.
I mean, what are they going to pursue?
What are they going to pursue? Because there are only two kinds of women, what we think of. One is a toxic woman who's making everyone's life a living hell.
Yes.
The other one is the very innocent woman who's crying and crying.
Exactly.
So what about women like you?
Yes, yes.
Who are working in Radio Pakistan?
Exactly.
What about women like Ms. Amna Beg, who is handling a police unit?
And a young student and a young lady like you.
Thank you.
I mean, you are doing a research in criminology. This is what I believe is this is so much difficult.
It is.
But you are doing it.
So why not show little girls and even housewives who are sitting in their homes, why not show them that what women can do?
Yes.
Why not show them that women, even housewives, can be empowered? And why not appreciate the housewives as well? Why do we have to portray a housewife who's just working and doing the house chores and she's crying at night. Why can't we appreciate whatever she's doing? It is unpaid labor.
Yes, yes.
And the most difficult job in the world.
The most difficult job.
Number-
And basically, it's not a job. It's like you are doing it, and nobody is considering it a job.
Exactly.
So you have to ultimately do it.
Yes.
I mean, there must be somebody around us who is willing to appreciate us.
Yes.
So we get motivated, we get support, we get energy from that.
Yes.
We need energy.
Yes.
And we need people who give us powerful energy.
Yes, and empowerment cannot be achieved if we are feeling depressed.
Yes.
If we feel that there are no opportunities for us, if we feel unsafe and unsecure.
Yes.
Because a lot of times this happens when I was conducting my research. I had to go to courts, talk to lawyers, to police stations, to women who are in jails.
Very
and
right.
I felt so afraid that what if something happens? Because I wasn't feeling safe. Then I started studying laws, and surprisingly, again, it was a pleasant surprise for me. In Pakistan, there is a law for everything.
Okay, right.
But where the problem is the implications of it.
Okay.
How is it being practiced?
Okay.
So for women to be empowered, please include them in policy making.
Yes, yes.
Please portray a Pakistani woman in her true colors.
Yes, this is very important, and Laraib, it's a very good thing that you have mentioned it, that yes, we are the promoters, we are the promoters for making our image very soft.
Yes.
I mean, we are not here for fighting, for taking vengeance, for violence, for making fun of anyone. I mean, we are here to promote us, to make something very productive, to make our country better, to play our part.
Yes.
So it's very good. Yes, you are very right, Laraib. And yes, we are having some fields where women wants to work, but this way or the other way, they tend to think about it that no, this isn't the field I'm going to fit in.
This is a very male-oriented
Exactly,
field.
exactly.
What will a woman do in this field?
Exactly.
How will I be able to cope up with
Exactly.
it? Yeah.
So what do you think? How the girls can make up their minds in this era? That it's all good for them to come into technology, into IT, into latest innovation. I mean, anything. What do you think of?
A very good example of this is Miss Laraib Fatima.
Okay.
She is the daughter of Ataullah Issa Khelvi.
Oh yes.
And she is
yes.
working in United States.
She's a star.
She's a star, and her field is so different. She's working with such big names, and what is she doing? She's graphic designing.
Yes.
She's putting animations and videos.
Yes.
I'm making it very simple. It's a very difficult job.
Oh yes.
So I think, why not portray her as a role model for women in Pakistan?
This is very good.
Why not
Such
show
a nice example you have just quoted.
Why
Okay.
not show Miss Laraib Fatima in that light? Why not make her the role model for our girls?
And students like her.
Yes.
I mean, there are so many girls who are doing wonders.
Exactly. And again, so many girls doing so many things in so many diverse fields, but we don't even know about them.
Exactly.
We don't even know their names.
Yes.
What we know is that one girl who made a famous video, that one girl who did this, they should also be appreciated, yes.
Yes.
But what about a young girl who wants to do something in IT? Where is her inspiration? Who should she look up to?
Yes.
Number one is that. Number two is that we should give women more choices.
Yes.
And we should make them capable of choosing for themselves. We see that at a very young
I mean,
age,
opportunities are there,
Yes.
but they are unable to choose.
unable to choose, and most of the time they are not even allowed to choose. They are given two choices: go into medical, be a doctor,
Yes.
or get married.
Oh yes, very
And
right.
a lot of times, get a medical degree and then get married. Leave your practice and
Leave
then
your
get
practice,
married.
yes.
So we should take them out of their bubbles. We should explain it to parents that at this point, Pakistan's every field has women.
Yes.
In leadership positions, in working positions as well.
Exactly.
So we should, at a very young age, from matric to college to intermediate, we should tell girls that you have all of these choices to study from. Unfortunately, when I was in college, I wanted to do pre-medical, but my mom said, you don't have to.
Okay, why?
It's fine.
Why was that so?
I was a very enthusiastic debater.
Okay.
And I was in my dramatics club, and my mom just told me, do you think you can manage medical with all of that? You will have to study 24/7.
Yeah.
And I was not willing to do that.
Okay.
I wanted to do debates. I wanted to participate in dramatics. So I went for subjects like political science.
But your parents never forced you.
No,
you know?
Alhamdulillah. I am very
So,
privileged in that way.
Exactly. I mean, parents should see that what their child is up to.
Yes.
I mean, what is he or she good at?
Yes, exactly.
This is the most important thing. Okay. So, Laraib, what is your message for today for young girls and students who are coming into this field and into technology field, into IT related field? So, what is your message for them?
My message would be that please believe in yourself. Until and unless you don't believe in yourself, until and unless you don't feel that you can do it, you won't be able to do it. If you believe in yourself, you can convince others to believe in yourself as well.
Have faith in yourself.
Have faith in yourself.
Yes.
Because I knew that I could do something in this field. I convinced my parents that let me go in it. Because I had that self-confidence that if I go in this field,
Exactly.
I can do something.
Because you have convinced yourself.
Yes, exactly. So the number one step is that please don't feel less than others. It doesn't matter what education you have, what school you've studied from. If you think you want to do something, you get out there and you do it.
Very right.
And number two is that please support other women.
Yes.
Because at this point, I think we are the only allies that we have.
Yes.
If women are not supporting women, then who else should we look up to?
And in this modern era, we are here to support everyone.
Yes.
It's not that I'm going to put hurdles into your path. I am going to ruin anyone else creativity. It's not like that. I mean, we have to support each other, and specifically young girls, women who are not very well aware of their rights.
Yes, and if you have enough privilege, if you have enough resources, try to make other women's life easier.
Yes.
Try to make them empowered, because if you've been blessed to be empowered, it is your responsibility now
Very
that
right.
you help other women.
Yes.
And number three, again, look around you. There are so many women doing such wonderful things.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they are not given that much attention. They are not given that much priorities. But be the change. Be the person who goes and appreciates them.
Yes.
Be the person who takes the word out about them. Be the
Yes.
person who portrays them in that specific light.
Very good. Very nice talking to you, Laraib. And you make me feel more energetic today.
Thank you.
You know what?
Thank you.
And I feel very good today to have you.
Thank you.
And thank you for your time as well.
Thank you so much.
Because you have got a very good, very hectic schedule. I know. So it's very good to have you, Laraib. I thank you so much
Thank you so
for being
much.
with us. And this is Planet FM 87.6. We are observing and celebrating International Women's Day. It's all from our side for now, and we are going to come back again soon. Allah Hafiz.